Right, YouTube, it's Big Mike without further ado retro. We've got the Rave Meadows at home for retired junglists. Big shout out to Old School Variety Face. I know you like your jungle, mate. This is the final video of the year, the final Pickets video, and a bit of a chat and all that, and talk about how we got on through the year. Alright, YouTube, speak to you in a bit. Right, we're on to the pickups. The first chap who was really annoyed that he didn't get on the Christmas bonus was Mr. Hulk. Yeah, this is a box upgrade. This is the full price box on that one. I've got it in the kicks box. I wanted it in the normal box, so I believe I got this for like £12 delivered, something like that. So I'll take me kicks one. I'll check cartridges, make sure which is best. Keep the best cartridge. Keep this box. The instructions isn't kicks instructions. If I have instructions, obviously I'll keep all the best pieces and sell this one on. So yeah, that's the Incredible Hulk, which is a box upgrade. The next one is I was a little bit annoyed. It did say it had damage, but I didn't think it was going to be as bad as what it is, which is F1. Unfortunately, it suffered some water damage, and it is slightly coming away from the cover up in the top half here. It looks worse in real than what it does just looking at it now. I think I got this for less than a £5, but all the contents is in lovely condition. So used to play this with my dad back in the day, so got this. It wasn't, I didn't want to pay too much money for it. Usually it's about £10 upwards, but to get it for a £5, it was good enough, so that's F1. Right, next one I was gutted that this one didn't arrive by the Christmas, but it is Christmas Lemmings. What can be said about Christmas Lemmings? One of the best Christmas games you can play. All Lemmings games are great. Really nice condition. All of these three Amiga games came from the same people. Yeah, Christmas Lemmings, absolutely fantastic. I got this at a good price. I can't remember what I paid for it. Got a feeling it was just over £20, but a lot of the times this can go for about £40. So to get it for that around the Christmas time as well was pretty cool. And my last one, which I was quite chuffed with, but I was a bit annoyed with because one of the guys done a video on it. Was like, I was going to show that me Christmas, a video before New Year, but it just arrived, which is Walker. Absolutely great game on the Amiga. Really fantastic. Really love this game. I say absolutely brilliant game. It's slightly, sorry about the glare. I've got the camera on because the light's not too great in the room at the moment. The focus is all out. But Walker is a great game. One of the lads done a playthrough recently, which I was like, oh no, I just gonna surprise people out on a Christmas. But yeah, he said he's had it for 3 or 4 years. But yeah, I managed to get this for under £40. Now he said you can get this fairly cheap, but everyone I've seen have been going around the £40 to £100 mark. So to get this for under £40, I thought was quite good. As you can see, if you can see on the glare there, it's slightly a little bit. Something's going on there, it's slightly creased up slightly, but I think I'll leave it as it is because other than that, it's in lovely condition. It's really is. The back and the sides are all cool. The contents is fine. Like I say, get these 3 games for the price that I paid for them is fantastic. So, on to the first pickup, which is Mickey's Magical Quest. This isn't a full game pickup. I already have the game. It was a pickup just for the box. I do have a box for my version, but it wasn't. I'm going to give it an iron and see how we get on. This one looked a little bit better. You can see the creasing along here. But it's an okay box. The other one is pretty bad. The other one will either come up to this sort of standard, maybe less. So either way, I've got 2 boxes. I think I paid about £4 for this box delivered. So, which was I thought was worth taking a gamble. So that's Mickey's Magical Quest. Excuse me. Right, the next one is absolute legend, the YouTuber known by the name of Cine Steve. He was really nice guy, top chap. I've never met him, I've only spoke to him through YouTube and on the comments and things, and what an absolute gentleman. Basically, the other week I picked up Supercars 2. Unfortunately, in the small box. You know, I've been trying to get a big box, but every time I keep getting bidded out. So he's seen the video and he said, "Oh, Mike, I've got a spare Supercars 2 large box. If you want it, just cover the postage and I'll send it to you." And I got back to him and said, "Yeah, that'd be brilliant. No problem at all. I'm more than happy to cover the postage." And I'll give you something for your time and effort as well. You know, you don't expect something for nothing. And as the absolute gent he is, he said, "You know what, Mike? Don't worry about it. This would be my little good deed for the Christmas. Happy Christmas, mate. You know, I'll send it in the post to you." What an absolute gentleman. Absolutely brilliant. So, with a real big thanks to Cine Steve for this one. It's in lovely condition as well, which is the big box for Supercars 2. Absolutely brilliant. So I'll put my my small box disc in this one to start, and then I'll probably pick up the original disc, because it's very easy to pick up the Amiga discs without the boxes, but it's difficult to get the boxes in nice condition. So that is Supercars 2. It's one of my favourite games from back in the day on the Amiga. It's a fantastic game, Supercars and Supercars 2. So now I've just got to get the original Supercars. And I'll have the set. So there's Supercars 2. And another one he had, he said, "I've got another spare box if you want it." I said, "Yeah, just send it along. Anything's much appreciated." So he sent this one here as well. I've never seen or heard of this one before, but I may be able to pick it up and add it to the collection. So that's absolutely fantastic. So once again, many thanks. You're an absolute gentleman and a legend, Mr. Cine Steve. So that's really, really nice of him. That's much appreciated. That's probably the best thing about being on YouTube, is the people that you meet. Also recently, Burnt Out Culture gave me a shout out in his video. Another guy, absolute gentleman. Really really liked his new video where he's doing a bit of emulation, playing some old specky games, and you know, he's getting enjoyment out of playing these 20, 30-year-old games. And to me, you know, I love the Spectrum anyway. Like I said, I messaged him and said Spectrum's probably my favourite computer. It's a toss up between that and the Amiga, but like I said, I cut my teeth on the Spectrum. So shout out to Burnt Out Culture and Cine Steve. Anyway, the next one is just one I ordered, which is Rock and Roll Racing 2, the sequel to the game that's on the Mega Drive and the Super Nintendo. It may also be on other systems, I'm not sure. But I thought I'd give this one a purchase. I don't know if it's any good. But the first game, very highly rated. So, yeah, so I ordered this, and it's basically come through. I'll tell you what I've been ordering through and where I ordered this through. There's two places actually, which is the World of Books is on eBay, and also like Music Magpie. And these sites, I've had some pretty good success with these sites, and their prices are very, very competitive. I know they buy things for next to nothing. It's almost scandalous what they paid people for things. You know, 10p for an album, or I wouldn't even entertain sending it to them for that price. But the condition of their stuff that they send through when you're buying it, though, is pretty cool. Right, just bear with me. Right, the next game I've got is I don't know what's going on with this one actually. This is the second time buying it. And both times I've tried to upgrade the box, which you'll find really funny in a moment. It's a martial arts game, and I don't know if the people have been practicing martial arts on the boxes, but it certainly looks like it. Unfortunately, it is IK Plus. Like I say, both versions I've purchased, they look better than this in the picture. they've come and they're pretty, really poor standard. I mean, I have gone the lower end of the market with these. I think this one cost me about £6. So perhaps when the guy found out what I'd paid him for it, he'd done a few martial arts of his own on the box. Like, I don't know. But, it seems like with this one, you can pay like up to around £20 plus for a decent condition one. I've paid like £6 for this one. I paid like, I think, £10 for another one I got, but both of them are in terribly poor condition. Like I say, the pile of game ironing is piling up, and we'll probably do a video showing you the before and afters of the games. But it's International Karate, International Karate Advanced, IK Plus back in the day on the Amiga. The graphics are slightly newer. Good old Archie McLean. Like I say, probably one of the best beat 'em ups on the Amiga. They had over the Christmas. I was battling, bidding on IK Plus from. I think someone had it in Spain, which was a full price release. It comes in like one of those plastic cases. Unfortunately, I missed out. I didn't have enough money to chase it up. It went for just over £40, and now one of the eBay sellers is selling it on eBay for about £80 or nearest offer. So I would like to get it, but I'm not going to give him £80 for it if But I know what the guy paid for it, but obviously he's in the business to make some money, so you never know, I might chase that up in the near future. So, like I say, January's a tight month for me. It's the same for everyone, isn't it, really? We've just had the Christmas. I'm really annoyed that they put, that they've basically moved Blackpool to February. I hope they do one later in the year, and we'll be able to get together and go to that. But I can't really, at the moment, credit card bills, normal bills, and everything is going to have to prioritise and get the bills out the way. Like I say, doubtful on the new TV now, but we'll get one this year. So whether I get it in January, February, March, it doesn't really make any difference, does it? I got plenty of games to play, and like I say, the games that I will be playing generally aren't in 4K HD. They're in normal TV definition, the old retro stuff. So but that's International Karate Advanced. Now this is the one I've been waiting for. This got lost in the post service, and it's done the rounds around the Bristol area, but it's finally arrived, and I'm really chuffed with this, and I got it for a fairly reasonable price. It's in nice condition. You all know my it's going to let it out of the bag now. You all know my love of Turrican, so Turrican 3 on the Amiga. Really nice condition. I actually had this back in the day on Original. It was one of the games I actually purchased. Probably the worst Turrican. Or probably, maybe that's a bit harsh. But probably the Turrican I've spent the least time with. So I know that this is very similar to, if not identical to Mega Turrican on the Mega Drive, which I have as well. But I had this back in the day on the Amiga, and I'm an Amiga guy. So this is Turrican 3. Really good game. It's like I say, although it's one of the worst Turricans, or the Turrican I spent the least time with. Most Turricans are great games. Depends on what system you play. They're not so great on the Spectrum, but unfortunately, this game is absolutely fantastic. So it's nice condition. This now goes anywhere up to generally like £100, sometimes £100 plus, but £80 generally. I managed to pick this up for £60 and £3.50 delivery. It's off a seller I've bought before. Went for a bit of a rigmarole getting this game. I ordered it before Christmas, and it was the only one that didn't turn up. This and the Incredible Hulk, actually. And the postal service sent me I looked it up, had a tracking number, and it said your parcel's been redirected. And I thought, well, why has it been redirected? What's going on? So I phoned the postal service a couple of days ago, actually, and they said, the parcel's only got your postcode and your house number on it. And I thought, well, that's a bit strange, because I've ordered from these people before. They were very nice, you know. So said to them, "Happy Christmas," you know. Was happy with the games they sent me in. I'll be ordering some more for them. They were lovely. He said, "Happy New Year," you know. Great. Hope you're happy with the games when you get them. And the time before they sent my game through, there was no problem. The address was on there in full. So I thought, oh, that's a bit strange. So they said, well, tell you what, like, you know, because obviously your postcode matches up with your address and it's got your house number on it, so it should get to you eventually. So I thought, okay, you know, because you can do that. If you type your postcode into Google, it'll come up with your street name. And then, you know, you obviously, if you've got the number, you know who it's going to. You know, if your post people know you, they'll spot your name. Obviously, they couldn't spot your name, just after the number, but, you know, They could find it with the house number and the postcode. Anyway, so a day later, this arrived, and my full address and name and everything was on the front. So I don't know why I was told that, and you know. But in fairness, the gentleman did say, you know, I haven't got your parcel here. All it's saying on the system. So he actually wasn't directly lying to me. Whoever typed in on the system had typed it in that way, and he was just repeating what he'd seen and been told by the system. So, but nonetheless, we received it, and we've got it, and we're really happy. It's like I said, it's got a slight little dent there and dent there, but other than that, it's in great condition. I'd say it's an easy 7, isn't it? You know, you think of how old these games are, and they're still in this good a condition, and you know, you can't really complain, can you? So right, well, this was the like I say, the pick-ups that didn't really arrive over the Christmas, and the few that I've done since the Christmas. I don't think I've got anything actually due in the post now. So that's the first. So, but like I say, I'll do some collection videos, maybe some gameplay stuff. I'm going to start to pick it up this year. I've got for me, this year is about trying to improve my quality of life. You know, I've let my health go a little, well, not a little bit, quite a lot. I literally probably am the biggest UK tuber. Well, that's a pretty known fact if you look at the pictures from Blackpool, which you don't really see yourself that often, like, you know what I mean? But when you see yourself in pictures with other people, you think, bloody hell, I am quite big, aren't I? Like, you know, well, you know, I'm probably in the top 1% of unhealthy people in the country. So I'm trying to live a bit more healthy. Trying to, you know, I've tried to cut out chocolate and fizzy drinks and all sugary items, because I got a feeling that's a lot of the cause of a lot of the obesity problems in the UK at the moment. So, but like I say, I'm also trying to eat less as well, and also try and get out and about a bit more, do a bit more of the events, do a bit more of the car booting, a bit more of the, you know, getting out and about. And, you know, I used to love chasing up the games and going out in my mate's car, and we go do like all over Bristol, or take a day run down to Wales and buy some stuff down there. We'd look at the trade it and go through and find what we could do and try and make a day of it, like, you know. So, yeah, we'll be doing a lot more stuff. The channel's going to improve this year, definitely. Going to put more effort into what I'm doing and what I'm making. I'm going to get looking to get an editing program so I can do some sort of effects and editing, decent editing, possibly get Photoshop and things like that as well, because I've got I've had a lot of funny ideas for things and things when things have happened and things, and unfortunately I don't have the equipment to put my ideas from my mind onto the computer screen and then onto the channel. So you know, so that is what we're going to try to be aiming at. Any suggestions on what editing program I should go for? Apparently, one of Sony's programs is pretty good. There's other ones, but like I say, any suggestions, leave them in the comments, because at the moment, all the stuff I do and edit and everything on this channel at the moment is just me on my mobile phone, using a very basic editing program on the mobile. So it suffices now, but we want to start picking it up and making better content and giving my viewers what they deserve. And like I say, we appreciate each and every one of our viewers, and because we're quite a small community at the moment, I can pretty much speak to each and every one. If anyone messages me, it's me coming back and saying. The only time I don't message on people's stuff is because the way that I do things, unfortunately, I don't know how to comment on my phone unless someone comments on my channel, and then I seem to be able to do it. But usually I've got to fire up my tablet to make comments. So between a tablet and a phone to use. I've got actually two tower PCs, which are in the bedroom at the moment because with the moving about and they're not set up. But they are more than capable of editing and everything. They're about mid-range PCs now. When I first had them, they were high-end, and now they're sort of about mid-range, I think. So, like I say, I'll probably be using those a lot more for editing and things like that. So, like I say, keep watching, everyone. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. The channel is going to get better, I promise you. And we'll see you in the next one. Cheers. Thanks very much. Goodbye.